What's up, weirdos? I'm Chris Weir, and this is the Chris Weir Experience. And today we're on episode number 34 of The Daily Weirdo. And today I want to talk about owning your path. There's a saying that I really like. I think it was Gary Vaynerchuk who I heard it from. I don't know if it's actually his or not, but I heard it from him. And I've mentioned it before, but it's the phrase, die on your own sword. I really like that concept. And basically what it's saying is it's own your decisions. Don't push your responsibility for making a decision off on someone else. If it was the wrong decision, if you make the wrong decision, then at least you learn from it. It's your decision. You made that decision. But pushing that off on someone else and trying to have someone else die on their sword on your behalf, that is not what a leader or an entrepreneur does. You know, I told the story the last time I talked about this, about how my first ad agency, one of the big mistakes that I made was I took employee empowerment a little bit too far and started changing some of the fundamentals of our business based on the opinions of our employees. And what started happening was from a culture standpoint, right? I mean, that buzzword today, culture, which is overused and misunderstood more than probably anything else. But from a culture standpoint, yeah, it was fun. Employees were having input. They saw things actually changing based on opinions that they had and suggestions that they made. But what was happening was the business was getting further and further away from my vision. And it's my business, right? I'm the one that's putting up the dollars. I'm the one taking the risk. I'm the one paying the taxes. If the business fails, that's on me. But what I was doing was passing off the responsibility of making some of the tough decisions, passing that off to the opinions of my employees. I mean, an analogy that I heard that I liked was, you know, I listen to my teenage daughter, right? But she doesn't tell me how to parent her. The same thing goes for employees, right? I certainly want to listen to my employees. I certainly want their input, and that is very important to me. If their opinions and their suggestions line up with the overall vision and direction of the company, then absolutely we implement those. But when the vision starts swaying off, when the opinions of the employees start swaying off the vision, then you've taken empowerment too far. Then you've started listening too much, and you've started relieving yourself of the responsibility of making those difficult decisions that you have to make. You have to die on your own sword. Some people do that because they're trying truly to empower employees and they're trying to do it from a good place. Others do it because of fear of just making the wrong decision. Either way, you're making a mistake. You need to stick and make those important decisions, but stick and make those decisions stick to your vision and stay with your vision. Defend your organizational philosophy with everything that you've got. And that, I guess, kind of lines when you're making these tough decisions or an employee recommends that you go in one direction or the other direction, whatever. If it does not line up with your organizational philosophy, you need to defend your purpose. You defend your mission. You defend your vision. Wave your flag. Don't piss on it. Every time that you sway away from your vision, your stated mission, vision, or your purpose, or whatever it is that you call it, when you sway away from that, you're literally just pissing on your company flag, you know, and you need to require your employees wave that flag as well, right? So you need to make sure you've communicated your purpose, mission, and vision very, very clearly so they fully understand that. Require employees to wave that flag at all times where they're in support of that and everybody's kind of the company cheerleader. You can require that. That's okay. It's not against the rules to require your employees to buy in to the company that they work for. But at the end of the day, when the decisions have to be made on whether you're doing one thing or another, you need to make sure they line up with your vision, your purpose, or your philosophy or whatever it is that you have for your business. Otherwise, you're letting somebody else run your business. And what's going to end up happening, which is what happened to me, is the business gets so far away from your vision, you all of a sudden start having problems. And then nobody's happy anymore. You thought that you were making everybody happy by empowering your employees to make these decisions. But what it ultimately ends up happening is nobody's happy because you start getting frustrated with the whole thing. So don't be afraid to die on your own sword. Own your decisions, own your path so that it's yours. And regardless, even if you make mistakes, at least if you have owned it, you're more likely to learn from it. I hope that helps somebody. I'll see you on the next Daily Weirdo.